Well, driving home Sunday, July 5th, and I blew another tire on my trailer, which I just replaced both of these bloody tires just last year, I think it was. One of them blew near London on my way to a music festival. So, unfortunately, I'm not in a good spot on the side of the road. The tow truck should be, well, hopefully he brings flares or something, because I'm like almost on a bend. There's not a lot of room, and he's going to be a good 45 minutes, so I can't really take Avery for a walk, but I might. Because what time is it here? I said it was, what, 1 o'clock? So it's been a couple of hours. There's a bee flying around in here. Get out. There you go. So yeah. So we're just waiting for a tow truck to come and help me change the tire. And I hope to God the tire's got air in it. I don't know. At least I have a spare tire, thank God. And it should get me, I don't know, somewhere. See, this is why you shouldn't get off the main highways. Take these back bloody roads. Well, it feels like back bloody road, but it's Highway 41. It's the big highway that goes east to west between friggin' Gravenhurst and Ottawa. So, it is what it is. So I'll wait and see what he says when he gets here. And I will pay him whatever he wants to change my tire. See, you know what the problem is? I probably could have changed the tire. Would have been very, very freaking dangerous on the side of the highway. But I don't have the tools. I don't have the thing to take the nuts off, the lug nuts off. I don't have any of my tools. I have my drill, but that's useless without the nut. The nut? The bolt? I don't know. I'm stuck here. The irony is I didn't know it was, I knew it was happening, but the way I knew it was happening, when it happened, I could hear this noise, like a flapping noise, as I was going over the bridge. And I thought, okay, wonder what that noise is. Didn't think much of it, but the whole way here, for the last half an hour, I've had this vehicle sitting on my ass as I'm driving down the highway. And I mean, this is like an 80 kilometers an hour. I'm doing probably 90 or 100. And, you know, and there were plenty of spots where this person could have passed me, but no, they were sitting on my ass the whole time. Well, all of a sudden, we go over this bridge and they start slowing down behind me. And I could see them. I'm like, why are they slowing down? Are they going to turn off? And I'm thinking, oh, thank God they're turning somewhere. But nope. I quickly realized that the tire had blown at the back. And they were slowing down because they saw it happen and didn't want to be anywhere near me when I realized it. But of course, I'm driving down the road. I'm like, where do I go? How far can I go before I can find a safe spot to pull over? At least I'm on cement. 10 minutes ago, not even 10 minutes ago, it was all gravel. And I'm like, I don't want to stop at the side of gravel. I can pull up a bit so we're not right on the bend. But there's a big hill up ahead of me. And I'm not going to stop there. Hang on, I'll show you. See, this is the road in front of me. So I can go up a little bit further. But I mean, I can't go up that mountain. How the heck is he going to work? I couldn't get up to the next street and turn off. So I'm just going to wait till he gets here and let him decide. All right, so it's been a couple days since I got back. I did already post one video stating what I was doing yesterday, which was basically just a me day. Went and got a pedicure and did laundry and kind of pampered myself. It's like super hot, so it's hard to get motivated to do a whole lot because if you're not in the shade. But anyhow, I wanted to talk about blowing the tire. So last night I went to Canadian Tire, which was so funny because I was in Bancroft after the tow truck driver came and put on my spare. I drove into Bancroft. It took about a half an hour or so. Like I said, I was really far away from anything. And went in there, stopped at Canadian Tire and showed them a picture of what I needed. And they're like, oh, we don't have anything like that. I'm like, great, where the heck am I gonna go? Gonna have to go to OK Tire or Cal Tire, go to some tire place. So I was like searching for something. I'm here last night in Gravenhurst, just, you know, puttering around doing stuff, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna look up spare tires. I really should get taken care of. And yeah, no, Canadian Tire has them. Yep, they have them not on the rim for $70, and for like $40 more, they have them on a rim. And so I went to Canadian Tire last night, and I asked the guy, how much do you charge to put the tire on the rim? Because I already have a rim. It's got a tire on it that's blown. He says, oh, about $35. I'm like, so for $5 more, I can get one that's already on the rim, be done, walk out the door. And he's like, well, yeah, pretty much. So guess what I did? Yeah, I bought the tire on the rim, and now the old tire, I just have to figure out what to do with it and get rid of it. But yeah, so... And then I also picked up one of those T-bars, you know, because that was my problem. I'm stuck on the side of the road, pay the guy $200 because he had to drive an hour to the side of the road, change my tire for me, all because I didn't have the socket. So when I was at Canadian Tire last night there, I also picked up one of those T-bar things that you use to take the lug nuts off, because that was my only problem. I couldn't get the lug nuts off. I didn't have the tools. So now I have the tools, and I have the new tire. So one of these days this week, I will close up George and change the tire, put the new tire on, take off the spare. That way both tires are the same, and I'll get that done. So, but that, yeah, so I'm here, I'm safe. And one good thing about doing that, putting on the spare tire here while I'm parked at Jeff's, is then I'll know I can do it at the side of the road. I'll have the tools and the ability to do it. But I think the reason why it blew, now that I've been researching and stuff like that, you have to keep the tire at 50 psi and not too hot. And I think that's what happened. That's why, like, it was only a year old. I'm like, why did it blow? And I think it might have been a couple of things. Maybe it was low on pressure because of the heat, because it had been sitting for a while. Lucky it didn't blow on the way to Ottawa, although I don't know if that's lucky or not. I mean, if it happened on the way or on the way home, it still happened. But yeah, so I'm thinking that's what it was, user error, because it was only a year old, this tire. And the spare is like freaking 25, 30 years old. I mean, it's the original freaking spare. It is bald, but it works, and it got me home 2 hours later, so nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to have the same size on both sides, and the spare is 155, the other one is 175, so it's a different size. So I wanted to make sure they're both the same size. So yeah, so at some point I'll put on the new tire that I bought, and practice taking on and off a tire. So if anybody's going out there and going on the road, oh, and that's the other thing, CAA will not come and do anything with the trailer, by the way. I knew that last year. CAA will change the tire on your car. It'll come, it'll change the tire, it'll do all sorts of stuff. They won't do anything on a trailer, which is why it cost me $200 to have someone come out and change my flipping tire. You know, in hindsight, maybe if I had thought of it, I could have left the trailer at the side of the road, driven into Bancroft for half an hour, got the T-bar from Canadian Tire, and drove back and changed the tire myself. It was also on the side of a really busy highway. I really didn't want to do it, and I wasn't confident. I was like, just pay the guy. Sometimes you just got to pay for stuff. And but yeah, anybody else out there, change your tire before you leave. Out your driveway. Just get out your driveway, prop up the vehicle, or, you know, maybe not the vehicle because CAA will help you. But if you have a trailer, pop up the trailer, put it on the jacks, take off the tire, put the tire back on, and just be familiar with how to do it. So if you get stuck at the side of the road in the middle of nowhere, you can change your own tire. Because I was lucky, I had self-service with Kudo. The tow truck driver, when he showed up, he's like going, oh yeah, no, I'm with Bell. This is a dead zone. I have no cell service where you are. I would have been doomed if I had no cell service. I don't have Starlink. I have my cell phone. That's it. So thank God for Koodo that it worked, because 10 minutes up the road, it stopped working. And I had a heck of a time getting the map up to get me to Bancroft, because it wouldn't work. The Google Maps wouldn't work because I had no cell service. So yeah, remember that too.